my question is more about the history of this game theory. So we know that John Nash started this, but if we go a bit earlier, like John von Neumann and other John Conway, they also played in some interesting game like the Game of Life.
John Conway was much later.
Really? So can you see some connections between all these?
Absolutely. John von Neumann was already, he had a lot of contributions on game theory way before John Nash. So this was already in the 1920s. There were several very important observations that were made. And regarding John Conway, actually John Conway was my PhD supervisor in Cambridge, and they actually also invented some other games which became quite popular. One other connection I know is that John Conway was actually the founder of one of the cake cutting protocols, which was for the three agent case. So that's called the Selfridge-Conway method, which is very elegant. It's very simple. You can explain it. It doesn't take too long to understand or even understand the argument, mathematical proof for that. So yeah, John von Neumann's book, which was co-written with Morgenstern, that's still the founding book for a lot of work on one aspect of game theory, which is non-cooperative rather than non-cooperative. So they had already set up a lot of foundational ideas on cooperative game theory in this foundational book that John von Neumann and Oscar Morgenstern wrote. And some of these ideas are highly influential in multi-agent systems. Why that's the case? Because they talk a lot about collision formation, and collision formation is very important nowadays when you're designing systems where you want robots or bots or drones or different entities to interact with each other, form teams, and solve complex problems. In many of these contexts, a lot of these entities might be autonomous. They might not be centralized. So how would you want to make them cooperate with each other? That's a lot of ideas from cooperative games are quite helpful in that field as well.
That's good. Thank you.